Okay, let's paint a picture. Make it big, putting out the pressure. Patriarchy has become official, so let's talk about it, cause I'm seeking closure. Women have a different set of rules, but they should apply to your gender too. You judging me by the way I dress, while you walk in the streets with a bare chest? Yeah, bare chest, man, it's double standards. You teach it loud, but you can't stand it. You cheat on me many times, but when I do it once, you act like your life sending. Let's talk about rape, discrimination, narcissism, that determination. The subject get with me and make them slaves. On domestic abuse, we get digging grave. Fall up in my face, tell my you the man.
Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me.
Bombe oh, find a friend like me. Bombe jene oh, find a friend like me.
Bombe,
find a friend like me. A friend like me.
Hey, see bestie, the bestie not sweet like my bestie. The bestie da la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say.
Of course, you gotta find a friend like me. If you don't want betrayed, find a friend like me. I'm talking in my Teddy Rapport, so of course you know that. So today is Wednesday. Today happens to be Ladies Night, and today I have a show here on Focal Online TV, a platform called Focal Women Talk, where we talk about issues relating to women. So today we're gonna be talking about women inclusion. Women inclusion, as you may know, March 8th is International Women's Day, and we have a say when it comes to women. We have a say when it comes to gender. So besides me telling you this, Focal Online TV will be having a program for women in out of district number 13. We will be inviting others women. We expect you guys to please make use of our office space to have inquiry on how the program is going to be like. And our letters I'll be giving out to community elders and that of the community chief. So we encourage you to please come and attend that program. You're going to learn things, and there's going to be a lot more that we're not going to expose right now. So for today, we're going to be talking about women inclusion. And I have as my guest here today on the Focal Women Talk, her name is Faith Walker. She will better introduce herself. I don't want to say more or I don't want to say less, but I'm just going to stay where I am, and she will be better introduced by herself when she gets in studio. In so doing, I encourage you to share our live stream. Then still follow us here on Focal Online TV, because this is where we bring innovation to broadcasting. Of course, no other online TV do that. We bring innovation to broadcasting. And welcome officially to the Focal Women Talk. Today's conversation is centered around women inclusion. Women inclusion. I know someone wants to ask, why not gender inclusion? But we are talking precisely today. Our concentration is focused directly on women inclusion. Please stay with me as our guests walk in while we take this break. I will be right back to officially welcome our guests to the Focal Women Talk platform, and you're going to see who she is and how we're going to deal with this topic today as it relates to the national global theme for the month of March as it relates to International Women's Day. As you can see on our stream, we have the hashtag there. The theme for this year, 2024 International Women's Day, is Inspire Inclusion. Inspire Inclusion. So when you are posting now figures, those of you who are in this gender sensitivity stuff, and those of you who are feminists, advocates, and everything, you start to post these things on your page as well to let people know that we all are celebrating the International Women's Day. So the theme for this year is include. The theme for this year, sorry, is Inspire Inclusion. Inspire Inclusion is our theme for this year, and I hope to see all of you start to put these things down as well. The global color for this year is purple. proper for our International Women's Day. So, folks, let's take a break. When we get back, I feel you in. I already seen our viewers, Othello Chats, watching from Buchanan, watching from Police Academy. Abu Bijalo is back here again. Thanks to you, Abu Bijalo, for supporting us. Today, we're going to be talking about women inclusion. Women inclusion. Stay with me as I will be right back with my guest, Faith Walker, who will better introduce herself and talk about this conversation today.
Love.
Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me.
Bombay, oh, find a friend like me. Bombay, Jenny, oh, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me.
Hey, see bestie. The bestie not sweet like my bestie. The bestie da la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Find a friend like me. I hear them say they want me go. I say,
Some of them say they want me go.
I say,
Some friends you la oh ah oh ah oh. Some friends you la oh ah oh ah oh. Some friends you la oh ah oh ah oh. Friends you la oh ah oh. Hey, see bestie, your bestie not sweet like my bestie. Your bestie da la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Find a friend like me. Okoro.
So, of course, you have to find a friend like me because this friend of yours is going to educate you, gonna take you places, gonna teach you things that you need to know as well. So I have today in studio with us Faith Walker, and she'll better introduce herself. Like I said, but as you are watching on our stream, International Women's Day, this is the quote. This is our slogan for this year. You see the love sign, and then the topic, the general theme for this year is Inspire Inclusion. International Women's Day 2024 Inspire Inclusion. Thanks for joining us today as we dive into this important conversation. So, welcome, Faith. Welcome to Focal on TV.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you please use the mark, please? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, thank you for having me here.
Okay. So, how do you feel being here? People say you made it on a world stage.
Actually, I feel good.
You feel
Yeah, because it's an honor.
it's an honor.
Yeah, to be here at this time. To be called among many others.
Many others. Okay.
And to carry on this initiative, I'll say. So I feel good being on this platform today.
Okay. So, are you kind of nervous?
Actually, somehow,
Somehow you
but
have.
then I feel good. That's it.
Okay, this is what we do to young people. We
Yeah.
bring out the best. Foca is here to bring innovation to broadcasting, and you are a young lady, a young, intelligent, determined, everything for you today. And having you here will inspire your counterpart as well, and it will help other women to blow up their the ability of speaking and other things. So, can you tell us more about it so people are watching?
So my name is Faith Ewoko. I'm a high school graduate and a promising advocate, I'll say. I'm one person who believed in a world that we will have gender equality, where women will be at the front. So, for short, I carry the message of gender equality, and I'm a student at the YMCA, and I'm a volunteer also at the YMCA. Currently, I'm the gender coordinator for the local youth council at the YMCA. I
That's
work with
amazing.
several other organizations who change fighting to make sure that my gender gets at the front.
Yeah, okay. Gender gets at the front.
Yeah.
So, what is the message of gender equality you are usually pushing for? What is the message?
So, based on statistics, we've noticed that mm, females are being left back. Females, most of the females nowadays don't want to take the first step, which I would say they are shying away. So I've been I've been reaching out to females. I've been carrying the message that this war is for male and female. So that courage that the male have to get there or to get at the front, with females we have the same courage, and then we have the same space. So we should get there no matter what. I've been encouraging people, I've been telling them that gender equality is important because we are being marginalized and we need to get at the
We
front.
are being marginalized. That is the word I've been waiting for ever since. So it's good having you here, Faye. She introduced herself, a new Faith Walker. She's a high school graduate. She's attending the YMCA, and she's also volunteering there as gender coordinator. Young women are taking a stand, and her message out there is relating to gender equality, and she spoke about it for women to have a stand the same way men do have a stand as well. So that's her message. Faith, you have a lot of people watching us today. We have Abu Bijalo, thanks for following. Otelo Chas is following. Ambassador Matthew D. Kepula is following. Faith is smiling as well. Alexander Press Pilo Jr. is following from NTA community. Ambassador Matthew D. Kepua, congratulations. Faith A. Walker, keep moving forward. Yeah, thank you. Maryland County, following from Maryland County. Abu Bichado. No audio from my end. I don't know why we are not getting the audio, but we are louder. And here Lyndon Topa is also following. The sound is good. Henry Gaje Bronskin, he's one of our big person here within our working space. He's following away from Liberia. So today we are basically talking about women inclusion. We are basically talking about women inclusion, and I feel honored to have you.
Okay.
Yes, my peer, as we deal with this important issue when it comes to women. Firstly, someone will say, why not gender inclusion? Why you guys always love to say women? Why you guys always love to like be so authoritative when it comes to gender equality? It's not both, it's not men and women. But firstly, I want to start the basis of saying gender inclusion matters and is part of the issue of inclusion. So gender inclusion is a concept that transcends mere equality, meaning it's both ways. Gender inclusion, men are included, women are included, regardless of nationality, regardless of their race, regardless of culture, regardless of economic and social issues, they are included as well. Gender, both
Yeah.
men and women. So our focus specifically today will be centered around women, women inclusion. So I want to know from you what is it when we talk about women inclusion? How is it for you, and how can you better put it out there to others who are listening to
So for me, I would say women inclusion has creating that active space for women, creating more effort to ensure women participation in every sectors they might have found themselves. be it the schools, community, workplace, church, everywhere they find themselves, I feel that women inclusion is talking about giving we the women the space to explore that hidden talent that some of us have inside. Because once we are not given the space, definitely we will not do that thing that we are capable of doing. So that is what women inclusion are talking about.
Okay, so that is what women inclusion are talking about. So,
Giving women space.
specifically, when we talk about women inclusion, we are basically talking about practice of providing equal access and opportunity, equal access, opportunity, resources for people, for all women, meaning whether you are faced with challenges, maybe you are facing some physical or intellectual disabilities, and I mean, the minority groups, whatever we term it to be, or however we classify certain group of women, when we talk about women inclusion, we are including all of them. And then also, women inclusion provide equal access to opportunity, resources for people who might otherwise be excluded or marginalized. For people who who on the other end must be excluded or shall have been excluded or marginalized, and these people include people with disabilities, people who are just stigmatized, and XY. So the question is, what are some importance of women inclusion? What are some importance of inclusion? Why is women inclusion so important? And if it is so important, what are some importance of women inclusion?
So women inclusion is actually important. Women inclusion is important because if we have a society that is full of equity, I would say that we will have more education, we will have more good health sectors. Women inclusion will foster the economic systems. Women inclusion is important because wherever women is, you find growth, you find development, and you find prosperities. Yes, so women inclusion is more important.
So for me, I think that women inclusion is important because is a key component of achieving equity.
Yeah.
Because if women are not included, how will things be balanced? How can we talk about gender equity? How can we talk about gender sensitivity? How can we talk about these gender things that we need to talk about if women are not included? If women was not included, how will we be talking about the female genital mutilation? We are included. So the issue is we should not be included at a certain point of the line and not included at a certain point of the line. We should be included. I mean,
All of
in
the time.
totality, all of the time, we should be included
Yeah.
at the Capitol building. We should be included. We should be represented in the
So,
House of Senate. We
so
should be represented. These are inclusion of women. I mean, if we have to sit on a table and make decisions, I should be able to say what I have to say as a woman, and I should be respected of my view, and I should be included to sit on that table with others. Cultural and relatively issues, I should be able to say what I have to say to these cultural things. So these are inclusion that women needs to step in, not to be excluded or marginalized, or because she having some intellectual disability, so she cannot come here. I mean, you see, so women in totality, women needs to be included. That's
yeah.
how I see it. And women needs to be included. What are some of the things you feel we can do now or we can start to do for us to be included?
So firstly, women to get included in society, we need to be given the space.
We need to be given
And
the space.
yeah,
Yeah, that is good enough.
and when the space has been given to us, we need to act upon it.
The space is given to
Because
us.
if we have the space is one thing, and then using that space for the right purpose is another thing. So we need to be given the space and to get more women involved. I would say we need to carry out more awareness trainings. So we need to involve those
Can you
girls.
can you be a little bit louder?
Okay, sorry. So like I said,
Yeah.
we need to give women a space.
Okay.
Yeah, because once we have the space, then we will start to add upon it. If that girl does not have the space, definitely she won't move. But if you give her this work, tell her this is what you have to do, this is your opportunity. And nowadays, one thing I notice is that because of our gender, uh, let's say escaping the inequality, the marginalization, the stereotype we face, but in some facilities, in some workplaces, women are being prioritized. So it just leaves with us to take that in consideration and add upon it. Yeah.
So the question is, what can we do for us to be included? What I'm a female, I want to be included. What can I do to be included? Because I will not sit and be included. No way.
So firstly, to be included, you have to make yourself visible.
You have to make yourself visible. How can I make myself visible?
Make yourself visible by affiliating your social, educationally, in your school, in our various school, that small club, that group, that press club, that is where we start from. From there, gradually you begin to move. And when you get there, you can start from there.
You can start from there.
Yeah. For and one thing, sorry, for cutting you off.
Yeah. Go ahead.
If we should get a space, we should be prepared. That is, we shouldn't forget about education. For the women that are listening to me out there, if we should be given a space, we need to prepare ourselves. Meaning, we need to go for education. Yeah, because no one will be willing to give someone a space where they know that definitely that guy is not capable. But if you know within yourself and that people trust you with that space or they have work to do, definitely they will give it to you. So we need to be visible, we need to go for education. And when we have the space, we need to add on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back in our comment section. Someone said, what are the drivers of women inclusion and what are the major barriers you can point to in Liberia? You also spoke about equity, and this is good, but sounds a bit confusing to some of us watching. What's the difference between equality and equity in the context of gender mainstream? You love to talk about that.
Generally,
What is the difference between equity and equality? That's the question. So you can just write it down and get there. We talk about it. Okay. So as it relates to women inclusion, what are some importance of women inclusion? So you will talk about some importance of women inclusion. Like I said to you earlier, that women inclusion is a key component of achieving equity. I think that's where the person is coming from. So, despite the process in recent years we face as women, women continue to face significant barriers in many areas, including their workplace, including education, including politics. So this is not this does not only have a negative effect on women themselves, but also on their families, communities, and society. So the question comes in: What are some barriers of what are some barriers of women inclusion in Africa? What are some barriers of women inclusion? This is where we can to start from first to answer this question from this person. What are some barriers women face in Africa and precisely our country Liberia?
yeah, so some of the barriers we face in our country is because of our gender, I would say. Because if you get in a facility or sector and then you want to work in that space, you find someone saying, or let's say, let's go back to our schools. If a girl want to go for political office or so want to run, you find people saying that she's a female, does not have the capability. So that is one of the barriers. We are being judged based on our gender. We are being stereotyped. People don't trust us. People feel that we as women we are weaker vessel. Yeah. So these are some barriers we face.
Yeah, so that is good. So people feel that we are not capable.
We're capable.
People feel that is fit reply as it relates to some barriers. But Africa worldwide, what are some barriers that I see it's not only in Nigeria. Of recent, we have upgraded a whole lot. But women, one of the biggest barriers we face as it relates to women inclusion is the gender pay gap. You see that mostly um now and then. When it was back then, men were paid for females. So men are in the office and before women were not even working. If women had to work, they'll go and wash someone clothes. They'll go and do this, they'll go and do that. Unlike this time around that you see women are even drivers, women are managers, other things. So in Africa as a whole, in certain part of Africa, the gender pay gap for women is so less, as you say that. So as it relates to women, women earn less than men in many countries industry, and this can limit their opportunities and economic security for women. So this gap particularly pronounced for women of color and those in low wage jobs. So this is just one. And women are often marginalized in such an economic capital. This is one thing that always happens to us as women as it relates to employment, political, financial, and social or legal services because of the gender pay gap we face as women in Africa. So the issue is there's a lot more when it comes to the barriers of women. It's not only gender pay gap. It's not only gender pay gap. It's not only gender pay gap. There's a lot of barriers.
Yeah,
There's
there's
a lot of
more.
women barriers.
Lot of
So
barriers.
someone will want to know, apart from gender pay gap, gender pay, what are some of the barriers you do know about women again?
So let's say some of the barriers we are
Yeah.
facing is of trust. People don't trust us. Like I said previously, uh, culture and
Can you please be
social
louder, please?
culture and social norms. People are lacking trust just because we are females.
Mhm.
Yeah, society don't trust a lot of us, and they said or they are saying that we are not capable. So these are barriers
So
that
I feel structural discrimination is one. You have sexual and gender based violence too. They are all they are all biggest barriers we face as women. Of course, on a daily basis, all of the time. So these are all barriers for us as women. These are barriers that make us not to be included. Yes, the act of violence, the act of structural discrimination. Yeah, you are not bright. He doesn't have the body we want. He doesn't have the shape we want. You so just go on outside. You can't be here. You can see why you won't come here for. Go on outside. Your own group is different. Structural discrimination. It goes beyond that, but today we don't want to dive into that a whole lot. So we have structural discrimination, and we have also the issue of the pay gap for women, and we have gender based violence. We have gender based violence as well. So let's ask this question to you, Faith. We talk about some of the barriers. What should women be inspired and included? Why should women be inspired and included?
women sorry women needs to be included because like I said, this word was not meant for male alone. This word was meant for both females and male. So we need to get included. We need to take our space.
So it
But
says
get
it says why should we be inspired and included?
to be for me, why I'm getting inspired on a daily basis because I want to be like that male that is always up there, um, his duties, excel in life. I want to excel. I want to go higher like that male. So these are things that should inspire us. Inspire us. Sorry, when we see our male counterparts going higher in society, going for political office, being the prefects of our class, our school. These are things that needs to inspire us. Speaking that jargons in public, at a certain point in time, we may start to shy away. So these are things I feel that should inspire us, and then for us to get involved. Yeah.
So you
So
talk
next
about
question is
people aiming high, like reaching their goals should be an inspiration for us women. So I feel Why should women be inspired and included? I feel one reason why women should be inspired and included is because we are important. And that's one reason we should be inspired
Of
because we are
course, we are
important.
important.
That's the reason we should be inspired, and that's the reason we should be included. Women should be inspired and included because women are very important. They can drive a person from apathy to possibility. That's who we are. We have strength, we have the wisdom, we have the ability, we have the workforce to move people. So you will see a man will be leading here, you not see people, really active. But when a woman step in, she wants to see things being done
Working.
correctly.
So
So I think women should be included because we are important, and we are people with possibilities. That's why we should be included. So women are strong. Women naturally
yeah,
we are strong. We are energetic. We are patient. I mean all of the positive things, that's what we carry along with us. But as it relates to the issue of why should women be inspired, women should be inspired because women are important. Women are important, and they can drive a person from apathy to possibility. If a woman, like, yeah, yeah, I'm doing what I'm doing. Someone is out there and say, someone is out there will say, because that girl can do it, I
we
can do
also
it. We
do it.
inspire each other, we build
Yeah.
up each other hopes. So these are all things we ought to talk about as well. So just to answer um our boss question, as he talked about, he wants to know what are we actually saying as it relates to equity and equality. So equity and equality is kind of different when it comes to mainstreaming. And it's forth in our women conversation for today, women inclusion. But just to spare out, equality means each individual groups or people is given the same resources or opportunity. Equality. Each individual or group are given the same resources or opportunity. When it comes to equity, it recognizes that each person has different circumstances and allocates the exact resources. So when it comes to equity, it's kind of different. Equity recognizes this person is capable of doing this. So let's give this to this. When it comes to equality, I mean, it talks about individual or group of people being given the same resources or opportunity. So yeah, we talk about gender equality. Gender equality, we are talking about people given the same resources, things being, I mean, like
No more.
no more, things being
Equal.
equal. The same right you female have, that's the same right I have. So when it comes to equity recognizes that each person has different circumstances and allocate the exact resources for that circumstances. So for example, gender has its own circumstances. Let me say gender, sorry. Men have their own circumstances. So because of the circumstance they face, we allot a particular resource to that circumstance. If it comes to female has a lot of circumstances. So because of that, we allocate the exact resources and opportunity needed to reach an equal outcome. So meaning whatever we are allocating, whatever we are giving females and whatever we are giving you, it should be at an equal level. It should be balanced, right? So for
Correct.
example, if we are sharing condoms, and condoms, basically we have male and female condoms. But how many times do females uses the female condoms? No.
No.
So I'm just giving this illustration that as it relates to equity. So for that reason, we have the females and the males. We give the male, condoms, and we give the female parts. The reason why we are giving the male condoms, is because male usually use condoms.
So
The reason why we are getting female
Pad.
pad is because female are the ones usually using sanitary pad. So many of we are giving 30 condoms to a male for that particular category. It's allotted to them. That particular resource is allotted to them. We are giving 30. We should be able to give female 30 of their part. That specializes equity. When it comes to equality, I mean, it just shows that a group of people is given the same resources resources or opportunity a group of people is getting the same. So equality and equity may sound the same, but it's kind of different. That's it. So I think common drivers of women inclusion like by improving their access to quality education, social and cultural norms, stereotypes that limit their participation. And yes, so this is quite important as well. If we are considering these are good drivers, what do you think at the moment in Liberia is undermining? So this is another question. What are some of if we think the common drivers of women inclusion in Liberia, you have a lot of questions. We have to answer that. She's laughing. So I'm following from BF community. Let me first deal with these people. I am BK Nelson Down, following up from Sacramento City in Lima County. Yeah, so there's a lot more. Good afternoon, Focal Online TV. Watching you guys from I'm watching you guys from home in So Clinic. Thank you, studio guest Fit A worker for the topic on the discussion. So if you are just joining us, we are talking about women inclusion and my boss said, I think the common drivers of women inclusion like you are improving their access to quality education, social and cultural norms or stereotypes that limits their participation or opportunity. We talked about that.
So,
And leveraging technology to create better livelihood for them. Of course, we talk about that. And to create better livelihood for them. Strong, safer society advocacies, mobilization of resources, implementation of gender laws and policy, political participation. Yeah. If we are considering these are good drivers, what you think at the moment in Liberia is undermining? What are some moments in Liberia that are undermining? If we think all of these things, the issue of quality education, social and culture, norms, stereotypes, all of participation in or opportunities in politics, technology to create better livelihood. If we think all of these things are okay, they are right. Then what is the moment in Liberia that is undermining? What do you think? What do you think the moment in Liberia that is undermining? What is the moment you feel in Liberia that is undermining these things? I sure this is what he's saying. What do you think at the moment in Liberia is undermining? Why you think in Liberia is undermining these things from happening?
so some of the thing is one thing that not that, but one thing that is undermining it will be economic crisis.
Economic crisis.
Yeah,
Maybe because we are undeveloped. We are
yeah, when
undeveloped
it
country.
develop, yeah,
Country rather. Yes, because we are undeveloped
country,
country. Because we are not
we're
included.
not included.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
So these are things that
that's
hinder us.
so.
These are some moments in Liberia that I think is undermining all of these things from happening. Of course, let's say it that way, undermining the progress and how can we suggest an intervention. So yes, we answer that. So what are some intervention we can suggest? What are some things that can be done immediately? How can we intervene in this situation? These are good things, but it's not happening within our country. It's undermining our country. It's an undermining moment in our country. How can we improve? What are some of the things we can do if you have someone watching you now and they want to donate to this platform, they want to be partner with us? What can we say to them that can help move this particular issues from where it is to a better state? What are some of the things that you think we can put in place as it relates to intervention? How can we intervene in a situation that is undermining?
So, well, we can intervene by reaching out to more people and telling them the situation, and then when they intervene, when they decide to help us, then we utilize it. Or another way could be we could utilize the media or carry on awareness
Okay,
and
that's nice.
yeah, carry on awareness and then talk about the issue to get more people involved, provide trainings for girls and their mentors so that they'll be providing
Provide trainings.
yeah, for girls and their mentors so that they will have that valuable education. Yeah.
So what do you think at the moment in Liberia is undermining the progress, and how can you suggest any intervention? For me, one of my intervention would be the government. Like I feel that an intervention could come directly from the government as it relates to a lot of issues relating to female, and there are certain laws that needs to be looked at. That's some of the intervention that can be made as it relates to our inclusion. The first thing we have in our country that keeps spending on the news fee is the female genital mutilation. As you may know what it is. It's a cultural stuff. These are all things that make us not to be included. So these are things that need to be intervened directly from our government. Another thing we have to do is work on more women empowerment. Women are lacking education in our country, Liberia. So presently in Liberia, you have students who goes to school. I should be honest with you. The average of student going to school year is around probably 97%, unlike the rural areas. But mind you, if you graduate from high school, can you read this to me? It's
It's
kind
difficult.
of it's difficult. So how is it that you are going to school? So we need to look in depth more as it relates to women empowerment. Women empowerment can comes along with training, like you said, vocational training can comes along with a lot of things. There are training that you train women, and they don't have to obtain a paper or a degree. They speak well.
Sure.
There are training that women go through that when they get from there, they are able to earn what they have to earn. They are able to stand up for themselves. They are able to make their say. So we can spend more in women empowerment, the educational sector as well. The government can intervene from the House of Legislature to the House of Senate. The government can look through our laws, the laws concerning women, those pending issues that affect us. These are all interventions that can be made. So good afternoon, Focal Online TV. I'm watching you guys from home. It's so clean. Thank you. Okay, Faith. Everyone is saying thank you to you. We appreciate all of you for having us here today. Faith, lastly, before you go, there's this question. How do you plan to celebrate International Women's Day program on March 8th? What do you plan, and what inspired you as a woman, as who you are right now as a female? What inspired you as a woman? What there's one thing about you that inspired you? Just share it out with us.
So, one thing about me that
What inspired you?
one thing that inspired me,
Yeah, so to continue to be you, to continue to work hard, do more.
yeah, is because I feel that women are important and society will need me someday.
Society needs you, yeah.
Yeah, so
So it inspires you a
it
whole lot.
inspires
to
me.
work.
So based upon that, I need to start to add now to get where I want to get. in the
I think
future.
they took something from today's message. You are important. So that's one thing that should always inspire us women, that we are important. Without us, it's kind of difficult to be in a society because you
Yeah.
just need us. You cannot
And
go
I
without
feel
us.
balance.
Yes,
They
the
will
society
flow.
will not be balanced. So thanks to all of you for joining us today. There's a lot of questions that came on board. Um, Honorable Aqua Kofa, he's watching. Ambassador Matthew D. Kepula, Alexander Press, Pillow Genium, and a lot more. Thanks to all of you for watching us today. I do appreciate you here on the platform. And my guest for today is Faith Walker. Do you have a closing statement to say to the audience out here as it relates to the International Women's Day, as it relates to our conversation, women inclusion? Do you have anything to say to motivate someone out there?
Yeah, so for now, talk about our discussion.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, my last statement for both of the girls out there, I would say to my females listening to me out there to step up.
Step up. Yeah.
Yeah, time is not in our favor. It's either we work now or later sit back and watch our male counterparts play the ball. So we need to step up now and out upon it. We need to work in the space or the spaces that is given to us. Yeah. So
So that is from faith. You need to step up. You need to work now, so that we can act sit at the back later and watch our counterparts do what they do. So of course, yes, this is inspiring for us. What inspires you as a woman? She said that she's important and she feels there's a lot more. The world needs her. So that's one thing that inspired her a whole lot because she's a female. So thanks to all of you for watching us today. We appreciate you. If you have not yet followed Focal on TV, please do. My name is Rekfina Courage Park, and I serve as your host here on the Focal Women Talk. Of course, this year, International Women's Day will be celebrated March 8, 2024. And the issue is inspire inclusion. Inspire inclusion. That is the theme for this year. The color is purple. And of course, this is the sign. I'm going to stick it at the end of our presentation for today or the end of our show for today. And it's important enough that you understand what it is and how you can try to start to inspire women and include them in everything you do. So that is for that women inclusion. Women inclusion for today. We talk about women inclusion, and International Women's Day will be March 8th, 2024. And this is the theme for this year, Inspire Inclusion. So you put a hashtag, Inspire Inclusion, and the sign is this. Yes, this is the sign for this year. This is the sign for this year, Inspire Inclusion. So thanks, yes. So thanks to all of you for joining us today. We appreciate you a whole lot. And bye bye. I see you when I see you. Happy pre ladies night to all of you. Go out there, enjoy yourself, use your money wisely, and don't forget to be included. So that nobody shove you behind the line. You have to make yourself feel worth it because you are important. Go and feel free, enjoy yourself. Thanks to all of you for joining us today. I appreciate you guys being on this platform. My name is Rekfina Korespar. I'm closing up with Fit Walker. We are saying happy pre-International Women's Day to all of you, and have a blessed day. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I appreciate you on this platform. Bye-bye.